Wooks and Warlocks contains sex, drugs, and rock and roll, and as such should not be listened to by anybody, probably. So, there's your warning. Can also be found in the description.
Okay, I got some questions. We're talking the who, the what, the where, and the why, but mostly the who. Xantor may have beaten the Pinball Wizard at his own game, but it looks like the Party Table King has a few tricks of his own in the world of Wooks and Warlocks.
Hello and welcome to Wooks and Warlocks, a role-playing tour through the summer of love. In this podcast, we will be playing out a story of adventure and magic using dice and skills to determine the outcomes of our actions. My name is Trey Miller, and I will play the role of Game Master for this journey. I am joined by three of the finest folks to roll the dice. Please introduce yourselves and your characters.
My name's Anthony Ryan. I'll be playing Xantor, the Bugfolk Ranger.
My name is Jessie Bennett. I'll be playing Granny Glinda. She's a half foxfolk, half orc rogue.
My name is John Lombardi. I'll be playing Elijah Woodstone, the Elkfolk Farm Wizard.
When last we journeyed with Granny Glinda, Elijah Woodstone, and Xantor, we found the party in an arcade, a place where pinball games, skee-ball, fried foods, delicious sodas are enjoyed by the public in a group setting. They were to meet a contact on behalf of Gil the Powder Ranger at the arcade at 10 p.m. in order to deliver a suspicious package, which was filled to the brim with what was explicitly expressed to be contraband. The group arrived at the arcade at 9 p.m. and found that there was a currently active tournament, a bounty, if you will, to bring down the local champion of the pinball games, a blindfolded, ear-muffed, masked individual known only as the Pinball Wizard. For $1, an individual could attempt to win $1,000 from this Pinball Wizard's challenge. The group entered into the circle of crowd members watching the Pinball Wizard play, and saw that the sign-up list was just the Pinball Wizard over and over and over again. And they were instructed to go to the counter, where they learned that the Pinball Wizard had arrived about 3 weeks past and had yet to be unseated as the champion of the games. The bounty was put up by the arcade themselves, who believed that if anyone could defeat the Pinball Wizard, perhaps he would reveal some of his purpose for being there. Perhaps he would leave. He had not spoken since he had arrived. He appeared to be deaf, dumb, and blind. And the group entered with $1 each into the challenge, each taking their turn to unseat the Pinball Wizard as champion. Granny Glinda went first, and Granny Glinda did not succeed. She, from the moment they arrived in the arcade, was unable to make heads or tails of this pinball game and approached the entire challenge at a disadvantage. Xantor, who had had the opposite experience, nearly unseated the Pinball Wizard as champion, when suddenly, out of nowhere, unspeakably powerful magics overtook the trio known as Tres Kinos and transported their consciousness somewhere the group did not immediately recognize. As they attempted to gain their bearings, a ginormous metal ball rolled at them down the hill that they found themselves standing on. The group was smashed, knocked to the side. The ball came back at them again as one of the walls of the chamber moved to launch this spherical projectile the size of an automobile back at Granny Glinda. Her quick thinking allowed her to redirect the ball's roll down, towards what she realized was the gutter of the pinball game they found themselves trapped inside. The ball seated itself in the final hole of the pinball challenge that Xantor had nearly completed, spelling out the word road in lights on the pinball game and causing the pinball game to enter into a multi-ball formation, just as the group looked up and saw through the glass ceiling above them to see that Xantor himself was still controlling the game, and the party had in fact reached 120,000 points on the pinball machine, unseating the Pinball Wizard as champion. Their surroundings began to melt around them. The mechanisms of the pinball machine coagulated into a single being that seemed to pull the very coins from the machine itself to add to its ever-growing body, this titanic, monolithic token golem rose to life in front of them from the bits and pieces of the pinball machine and the money of the machine itself. We return to the group now as they roll for initiative. Inside of clear, translucent pinballs, which have now trapped them in the multi-ball section of the game.
Xantor got a 20 on initiative.
This thing looks awesome, by the way. We're going to have to post a picture of this badass dude.
I got a 13 on initiative. Not doing hot.
Oh, okay. 10.
And if old Z-Baby's in the top of the initiative, can you do like a quick perception check to kind of get a better view of this golem, this treasure golem? He's looking for like weak points and just trying to take in the surroundings.
Sure.
Everything.
So let's go ahead and get this initiative panned out. All right. So Xantor will be at the top of initiative, and the first thing that Xantor notices as he attempts to take scope of the world around him is that the sphere that he finds himself trapped inside of immediately succumbs to the power of gravity and starts to roll down the hill, roll down the incline of the pinball machine in which you are trapped. The second thing that you notice is that through some fell magics you can't explain, you find yourself connected to the reflexes of your body hovering above. You are able to cause Xantor to trigger the mechanisms that make this game function, and you are able to continue to play the pinball game as you have been playing. Before you are able to take in any perception of the area around you, you're going to have to deal with the fact that you are shooting down this hill. So go ahead and make a sleight of hand or another logical roll of your choosing to attempt to get Xantor above to flip Xantor below.
So the Xantor below, the ones in the game, from our perspective, he's like in the ball, in one of these balls, right?
Yes, you're inside of a pinball, which from your perspective is not like a chrome pinball, but like a clear sphere that you can see through, and you're able to move around inside of it, although you are susceptible to gravity yourself. As it's moving, it's causing you to have to run to keep up with it. You are able to move inside of this ball, and it is clear to you.
All right, like a Jurassic Park bouncy ball.
That's exactly what it's like, a Jurassic Park
things.
bouncy ball, yes.
If he would like immediately dash, because he would like be trying to control his footing and stuff, the Xantor down below. I don't know if he'd even really put it together that he's like himself above. He the one on the game board would not put that together at all. So he would just be like, Wah! He'd make some weird bug noise and like do a dash. Presumably be for the safest area. Is there like a ledge or something that he could like get his ball to?
A lot of the game itself has been altered by the system, and you're not able to control your movements in that way. There's the game that you were previously interacting with has melted and changed. There are parts of the game that theoretically you could try to get to or behind, but they are uphill from your current location. You're closer to the bottom center of the game. The golem is more in the mid center of the game, and from where you're at, it's pretty much the flippers are below you. The barrier walls that lead to the flippers are to your left and right, and in the center, where the gutter is, there is a large hole where a ball could fall, and then on either side of that, you would fall into the gutter.
Okay, he'd probably realize that and like kind of put it together that like, hey, we're falling towards, these flippers, and the only way to get back up is to maybe get popped up. And at that moment, like Xantor would like look up and like see himself playing the game, I imagine.
Yeah,
and, like,
you do feel this strange magical connection to your body above. Yeah. It almost calls into question the nature of self, because you're who you are is here in this machine. You're here now, but the vessel above will answer your commands, and you know it.
So he would try to like do some like crazy karate stuff, like acrobatics, like inside the ball, and like try to connect with his head outside the ball. To him, inside the ball, he's probably thinking he's like doing some like kama-ya, like push to direct things, But he might just be like instinctually connecting with Xantor to like pop the fucking flipper or something.
All right, so yeah, he's attempting to move the ball of his own volition, and that act in and of itself connects you with the Xantor above, who's going to roll an acrobatics.
Yeah, if that works.
Yeah, what do you got?
21.
So with your 21, the wall of this chamber moves to meet your sphere, and we'll say that you fall to the left flipper and are launched back up into the machine. Although you are not directly conscious of this, you are able to direct where you want the ball to go with a second roll, just like when we were playing pinball in the previous session. So where do you think that with your karate and your acrobatic finesse, where do you think you would be trying to send this ball?
You said the golem was like all the parts of the machine like absorbed into this one thing. Does that like clear out the alley, so to speak, is like the front
so
part of the board?
There's some parts of the board that remain and some parts that are gone. And so you see like previously there was a frog's face holding a banjo in the center. That frog's face is now gone, and the banjo has been morphed not to be a bumper but rather a ramp that would shoot your ball further into the top section. The drums that previously occupied the top section have melted and deteriorated, and now would chaotically bounce your ball into directions unpredictable. The ramp, which previously went around the pig woman's head that was made of her hair, has become like a wild roller coaster ride with dips, divots, twists, and turns, and danger, but also a vantage point from which to hit the golem.
Xantor would probably aim for like the quickest escape, which is like the straight ramp, like up and out of there.
So you're going to attempt to hit the ramp. To be clear, the banjo was sort of in the center of the machine, so if you're hitting that ramp, you're going to be ramping straight at the golem.
Oh, shit. I just think instinctually he would have done that, because it's all kind of like
all
shocking.
Right. Make your second roll, and this can be, again, sleight of hand, or you've been doing acrobatics.
Oh, natty 20, 25.
Oh, wow.
All right,
Nice.
so with your natural 20, if you'd like, it was your goal to escape, so you could just you could either hit him or fly clean over him. So
I think he'd try to fly over him, but maybe would like pop him in the face. Maybe.
Yeah. All right. So this is going to be some damage. So we've got 3 things that 2 points of damage that are going to happen here. But so first, we're going to need you to roll 4d8 to determine how much damage you're going to deal to this token golem. Then I'm going to need you to make a Constitution saving throw. I'm sorry, make that a dexterity saving throw.
13 on the damage.
Coins go flying as you smash through the token golem's face.
Natty 20.
On your saving throw?
Yeah.
So, as you blast through his head, you... How do you brace yourself so that you do not take any damage from smashing your sphere through the golem?
He doesn't brace himself at all. Like Xantor does this karate spin kick towards the front of the ball. He actually thinks he's propelling it. So he's trying to, at first he's leaning forward with all of his arms going backward behind him because he's trying to make it over the golem. But once he realizes he's not going to do that, he shifts all his weight down and towards, the front of the ball, towards the head. So he probably takes a pretty hard hit since it's made out of... Does he get a closer look? What's this thing?
He does not take a hit. So if he's choosing to... You succeeded the throw. So if you're choosing to do that by ragdolling yourself inside of the ball, it's simply that works. Much like the drunken monkey technique of ancient fighters, you allow yourself not to resist what's happening, but rather you embrace it, folding, flopping, and flipping with the movements in a way that causes no damage to Xantor because you critically succeeded at your saving throw.
Lovely. Yeah, he's done unless he can get away. Maybe with the forward momentum, can he
So you still have your action for turn, as well as a bonus action. Your movement has been determined. You have been launched to the top of the pinball machine, and you will begin rolling back down at the start of your next turn.
Oh man, he really wants to pop him with his shotgun. He's all out of bullets from the last or slugs from the last encounter, and he's got his crossbow, so he's thinking about the crossbow. But he actually doesn't think the crossbow would work. But he does have that moonshine that he bought, and so he's like, this is nuts. He's seeing himself above and inside the ball, and he's at a safe distance away, and he actually wants to go back around. He figure he wants to keep popping this thing with the flippers and stuff, and doesn't really think his weapons will work. So he's just going to use that action to take a little swig real quick.
So you're just going to drink some moonshine?
Yeah, and try to connect with his upper self and be like, Xantor, what are we doing? Just a quick chug.
All right, so roll a is there so there's no knowledge self or what insight? Roll an insight. I like that.
Yeah, 14.
So with your 14, as you attempt to connect with Upper Xantor, you are shocked to find that there's nothing to connect with. It is as though your body is a titanic husk, currently under your control, only by connection. In fact, Xantor doesn't realize that it's under his control, and so you encounter nothing but a husk. Your turn ends, and it is now the token golem's turn. It is going to make a slam attack against...
Can it only attack Xantor right now? Because aren't we kind of loaded in the mechanism being next to shoot out?
No, you guys are already out on the board. It's more, yeah,
rolling?
think of it more like the where you were standing, and this isn't more like, this is exactly what happened. Where you were standing, the balls came out of the ground and surrounded you. And so wherever you were standing at the moment, at the end of the last session, is where you are now. Roll. You're just starting to roll from there.
Gotcha.
So you're sort of at the lower middle part of it. If we end up with someone falling into the gutters, then at that point
then you
we
go back
would
to
deal
the
with that. Yes.
Cool.
So the The golem is going to make its attack. It is going to attack against Xantor with an extendo slam. Its arms reach out longer than it seems like their reach should be able to slam against Xantor. Let's see. Oof. Xantor does a 25 hit.
Yeah.
That was a big hit. It is going to deal 3d8 of damage.
Hope you're gonna stop at the 3. No.
This is where we die. Not inside a pinball machine.
Not.
That would be a rough way to go.
Well, in theory, we would just connect back to our bodies, right? Like, this is all it... Like, that's why he drank, because he's like, this is a dream state. Crazy
I
shit.
like the way you think. I like that.
So Xantor, from this slam, you're going to take 18 points of damage as the coins rattle. The sphere that you are in, you hear ear-piercing clatter as the metal hits the glass-like form of the ball that you are in. You are rattled around as the sphere in which you are encapsulated is sent tumbling in a random direction. I'm going to roll to see which direction you're launched. So you are sent to the right, and I'm rolling on a d4. So 1 is further up the machine, 2 is to the right, 3 is going to be to the bottom, 4 is going to be to the left. And you are launched to the right side of the machine. And I'm going to go ahead, and I have one more roll to make on that. All right, so as you are sent to the right, you fly upwards and over at an angle, and because of the broken nature of this misshapen version of the machine, your ball is actually able to tumble over the threshold and back into the launch chamber. You roll down the road, and your ball is sitting nestled in the launch. It is now Granny Glenda's turn.
Okay, so Granny Glenda is like on all fours and running in the ball like it's a little hamster wheel. And I guess I'm going to try to go for the... I'm going to try to go for the left bumper, like the little trigger.
Okie dokie.
I rolled a natural one.
All right. So Granny Glenda is notoriously poor at pinball, and you are further confused as you see what's happening. You too feel a psychic connection to the body of Xantor floating above. You, with your wisdom of years, realize that you could compel Xantor to flip the bumpers. If only you could launch yourself right at that left bumper, it would be no problem, and you're on all fours running with all of your not insignificant power as an assassin, and you run right into the gutter, and you are taken, and I'm going to need you to take, let's see. Well, it'd be rude to make you roll it. I was going to have you roll your own damage. Let me roll the damage.
I hate when he does that.
All right. So you're going to take a D8 of psychic damage as you tumble through a portal to nothingness. Limbo itself drags your soul across multiple dimensions as you are ripped inside out. All knowledge of reality leaves you as an infinity passes. The sphere in which you are contained becomes a temporal prison that causes you to lament the fact that you were even born. Then, in what feels like a moment later, you reappear, and your ball bumps against Xantor's ball, waiting in the launch chamber.
I almost forgot what it felt like to be a woman. How much damage do I take?
You're going to take 4 damage, psychic damage, from tumbling through the abyssal portal that leads from the gutter to the road.
Bullshit.
It is now Elijah Woodstone's turn.
Oh shit! All right. I guess I'm going to. Where am I at? I'm rolling down. I gotta hit the bumpers.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna wait and head or see where I'm heading.
Sure, let's go back to rolling to see if you're going to the right or to the left for. Unless you'd like to influence it.
No, that's fine.
You'll be rolling towards the right bumper.
So he's like taking every few steps, he like trips and like gets caught in the ball and does like a front somersault. So he's like half stepping, half rolling.
It's giving goofy.
He's looking in the direction that he's going. He's seen a couple of past movements by his two companions, and so he's gonna just kind of direct himself towards making contact with that flipper.
And as you move towards the flipper, you as well feel a oneness, a connection to the shell of Xantor that hovers in the air above you.
Yeah, I'm just I'm unsure of that, but I'm really thinking about that bumper, and I guess that's what triggers it. Just going and wincing and then making
what roll
contact.
Are you gonna make to do that?
I guess
sleight of hand is the basic, but if you come up with a good argument for another skill, I find that to be far more entertaining.
Oh, Arcana.
Why is that?
Because I'm terrified, and in this state is when the real magic kicks up in the talisman.
So the talisman takes over and sends a message to Xantor.
Yeah,
let's see if it succeeds.
That bumper. I'd much rather roll the Arcana. Come on, baby. Oh, nice. All right, that'll be 23.
All right, with your 23, the bumper launches. Now, where are you trying to go in the pinball machine?
I guess if he's still in the same spot to where I can ramp into him, I'll ramp into him. But if he's moved, I'll just try to go. I'm trying to go directly for the golem.
He did not move. In fact, it's it's almost like he's somehow rooted in place, and his long arms reach out menacingly, but you notice his legs don't ever move. In fact, it's as though his legs are a part of the machine itself.
Oh, he might be stuck there.
So
maybe
you're going to try to hit the ramp?
Yeah, I guess I'll hit the ramp. I want to go full force into him.
All right, let's roll again. Is this going to be you taking control of Xantor, or is this still the amulet through Arcana?
Well, let's see. I hit this is the same thing, right? I hit the paddle. Now the paddle's hit me, and I'm going into that direction.
So the way that we're running this movement is first you have to roll to see if you even hit the paddle.
Gotcha.
If you miss the paddle, then you roll into the gutter and take psychic damage as you travel through the hole of abyss. The second roll is to see where it goes, and if you were to fail to control that, then I would decide where your ball goes.
Perfect. All right. I guess... Man, if I can keep rolling Arcana, I'd rather do that. But I guess if he's, taking over and it's more Elijah trying to go with direction.
That's only Elijah knows in his heart. It sounds. I wouldn't put it past him for letting Amulet take the wheel, as famous Lundian country singers often reference.
Yeah. All right. Let's go with that. Let's go full magic on this one. Amulet, take the wheel, baby. Oh my God, that was a horrible roll. An 11.
All right, so with your 11, you give over power to the amulet, which does not have a clear cognition of the scenario, and you just barely get tipped by the ball as the right bumper attempts to send you flying and towards the ramp. Instead, you go towards the tattered and broken ramp that was the hair of the pig woman's head.
Oh no, roller coaster?
As you weave up and down, there is a brief moment where you could take a shot.
All right. If I can, I don't know if it's going to work because I'm in a trapped in a ball right now. I'm gonna go hard. As soon as I see my opening, I'm gonna try to hit him with a lightning bolt.
Alrighty. Oh, that's a spell, huh?
Yeah.
Get after him.
What do I have to do here? It is instantaneous. It goes up to 100 feet, so range isn't a problem. What? Shit. Yeah, it'd be a dex save of 16 that he would have to make.
All right, he's going to look towards you as the lightning in your grasp powers up, and the golem, you would almost say it smiled. It takes the blast full in the face. Give me some damage.
Oh no, it's smiling at me? That's terrible news. Alright, the damage is... 23 points of lightning damage.
As you shoot the lightning bolt, you are surprised to see that it does in fact blast through and out of this clear sphere in which you are trapped. The bolt flies straight towards this golem, and as it creepily grins and takes the shot full in the face,
Oh my god, it's gonna heal him.
it is as though its health is restored.
God damn it, I knew that was gonna happen.
Stands a little taller,
Ugh.
and you see its left arm is now charged with some sort of electronic force.
As I'm tumbling in the ball, I'm gonna just try to shout to my friends, don't hit him with lightning, but you can't hit him.
Before the end of your turn, I'm going to need you to roll a dexterity saving throw to see how we're handling this roller coaster.
21.
All right, so with your 21, the ball begins to roll off the rack. It seems as though it is going to hit a bump and launch into an area where you may be stuck, but you are able to keep it on the track. The ball comes around the curve, and on your next turn, you will be coming out the bottom of the hair ramp headed straight towards the bumpers. It is now back to the top of the key. At the beginning of this round, you hear a mechanical whirring noise and a sound like an elevator hits your ears as secret panels open in the floor, and from below come smaller mechanical beings, round mechanical beings that immediately begin to roll and bounce around the arena. These beings seem to be mindless, but they do move and respond to the ebb and flow of the pinball machine. It is now Xantor's turn. You are in the launch bin.
So he's like, let's fucking go. He's want to launch somehow.
Yeah, so as you think that you want to launch, the Xantor above you pulls back the plunger. Xantor falls into place and is launched. You go spinning end over end, faster than you've moved in your entire life. Held in stasis by some sort of magic, you are prevented from taking damage as you tumble on this launch. You fly around the top curve and enter into the arena, falling downwards. Because you fell into the pit, that will be your movement for this turn. How do you wish to respond to this scenario? You have your action and bonus action remaining.
So he's not like aiming towards one of the flippers or anything like that. He's just like in mid-fall.
You're not going to get a chance to hit a flipper. You're going to be in mid-fall for this turn, rolling down. That's not to say that you couldn't still interact with any of these things out there. You're going to pass by the new round automatons rolling around, as well as the golem on your journey down.
So he would like prepare his shotgun, his crossbow, since he's out of slugs, and kind of like take a look at the whole scene. He's once again looking for like weak points. Oh, did you not? Let me talk to you again. He's looking for weak points on the treasure golem. Is there any? Does he see anything? He knew. Do we know that it has like the lightning thing? I mean, we heard Elijah and stuff.
Yeah, I'll say that Elijah was able to express to everyone that it is the ability to absorb lightning. You do not see any particular weak points when you look around the golem.
He would assume like it's probably connected to the machine somewhere, so instead of shooting at the head, he would start shooting like at the feet, at like the connection area.
All right. Go ahead and roll for attack.
Yeah, you need to take a shot with his crossbow. 19.
All right, a 19 hits. Let's do some damage.
9.
All right, so Xantor deals another 9 damage to it, and at the damage that he had first done was erased. Then now once more we see the golem succumbing to injuries. It looks slightly weaker than it did before. As you hit it, coins fly and then seem to disappear and meld back into the machine itself. It is now... Is that your turn, or are you going to bonus action?
Jump's not a bonus action, is it?
Jump is a bonus action.
Could he jump? He's trying to get more away. He knows if he stays close to the golem, he's going to get hit hard.
Yeah, we can say that you can use a jump to try to push away from the golem. That would be fine. So you are coming down the machine, and you are going to come down the right side of the machine where you're on the golem. Are you going to try to get closer towards the bumpers, or are you going to try to go up further away? Or to the left or right?
He'd probably try to go up. He'd probably try to like...
Alrighty, so yeah, you use your bonus action. Let's roll acrobatics to see how far you're able to get with that. Typically, you don't necessarily need to roll to jump. You would just jump, but we're inside of a sphere right now.
He's got a 21 on his jump.
With your 21, you're able to get quite a bit of distance between yourself and the golem. It is now the token golem's turn. On its turn, you see the other automatons begin to whir and spin and move of their own volition up and down the pinball court. As the automatons move, the token golem reaches out, and you see it eyeing the group. It eyes Xantor, who has moved just beyond his reach. It eyes Granny Glenda, who is beyond his reach in the lower quarters of the launch bin. It shoots an extended arm towards Elijah Woodstone, who is coming down the nearby ramp. It's going to roll an 18. Does an 18 hit Elijah?
No, because I will use my reaction and cast shield, so it misses.
Ping! It roars in anger as it hits the sphere that it expected to crumble and bounce under its strength. It is repelled backwards, unable to affect the pinball that has Elijah contained within. It is now Granny Glenda's turn.
Try again. Launch it out.
All right, just like Xantor, you launch, and you're going to fall to the right side of the pinball machine. You are unable to specifically control your movements unless you use a bonus action or action to dash or jump, and you can still use your action to attack if you would like.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a shot at him. I remember I have this pistol on me, and I don't want to lose my needles, so I'm gonna take a shot at him instead of throwing my needles.
Alrighty.
Does a dirty 20 hit?
A dirty 20 hits.
Yay. 13 damage.
All right, and so coins blast off of it. You hit it in the center of its mass, and you see coins blast away. For a brief moment, the frog face of the Warlock's front man appears in the conglomerate rubble and rubbish, but then it disappears as more coins move to cover. It is now Elijah's turn. You are tumbling down from the ramp towards the paddle. You have a chance to control your movement as you fly towards the left paddle. You get a chance to make Xantor flip you off, and then you can, if that's successful, you can determine where you go.
All right, I'm gonna go. Just trying to again aim towards that paddle and control myself the best I can. That'll be +4, 18.
An 18 allows you to, you've hit the paddle and you have been flipped and launched upwards. Where would you like to go?
I want to go for the golem again.
Hitting the ramp.
Yeah.
Roll to see if you're able to hit the ramp.
Roll for ramp.
Roll for ramp.
Goodness, again. 9.
Unfortunately, that is not going to succeed, and this time you're going to fly off to the right of the golem, bouncing off the right edge of the machine to launch upwards and be near the top. You are going to fall into the drum set where you will bounce chaotically, being sent now to the left side of the machine. As you tumble downwards, you still have your action and bonus action. You're going to start your next turn at the top of the machine.
How big are the little things?
The little the ball machines that have appeared are roughly the same size as the balls that contain the party.
Oh, okay. So they're pretty big. And have they shown any, have they tried to attack us?
They're just moving around. It's hard to tell what they do.
All right. Well, yeah, man, I don't really know what to do here. I don't want to burn that.
Remember that with your cantrips will deal both your strength and intelligence modifier using the hat of the Spellblade, so they're going to get quite a
but
bonus.
none of my cantrips do damage.
Oh.
I don't have any attacks with my cantrips.
Conundrum.
Yes, quite the conundrum. Is there anything, any bits of the machine that are laying around that are small enough that I could catapult them at them?
Certainly there are bits of things around that you could catapult.
Those little balls, maybe. The
Well,
new ones.
That's what I thought. I thought they were small, but he said they're the same size as the spheres that we're in. So that would be too heavy for me to catapult.
If you're targeting the spheres with catapult, or you're contemplating that,
I think they're too big.
you would be surprised to find that your magic will still work on them.
Oh,
You're talking about throwing them into the
I could throw
golem.
them into them. Yeah, I want to try that. What the hell?
Roll for Arcana. Just real quick.
10.
You are unable to come up with the reason why this works. You are just able to tell that it does.
All right, I'm gonna throw one of those little fuckers into him then.
Alrighty.
Let's see if we can hit him.
Watch them be made of lightning.
Oh, he has got to make a save. It's a 16 dex save.
Okie dokie. Let's see how he does.
they just give him more
Natural one.
health. Hey!
Yeah.
All right, and I will cast this at the level 2 slot, and it does 4d8 damage coming at you.
Wow.
20 more points of damage,
All right,
baby.
I'm going to need you to add 8d6 to that as the
Nice.
sphere that you launch at the golem explodes into a ball of flames.
Hell yeah. That is the trick, homies.
That's what we need. It's like 30 damage.
32 more points of damage.
All right. So what is your total there? That was the first one.
52.
Oh,
would be
wow.
the total.
Burn him.
Yeah. For
Y'all
sure.
throw these little guys at them. Use them as weapons.
The machine melts in front of you, and you see it struggling against the bonds that have it locked to the machine. Though it struggles and whips around its token arms, it cannot break free. It can fight. You see the melted faces of the warlocks emerging from the tokens below, as there are not quite enough tokens left to cover its quickly debilitating form. The token golem is going to yell out in pain, and the two remaining spherical machines are going to shoot towards Elijah Woodstone and Xantor in the upper reaches of the pinball machine, the other towards Granny Glenda. And I'm going to need you each to roll a dexterity saving throw.
$18 for the dex save.
20.
All right.
24.
So you all save, so you're only going to take half damage on this. So you would have taken 25 damage. Instead, you're only going to take 13 damage as these remaining automatons shoot towards you and explode. It is now Xantor's turn.
All right, so no more jar guys, no more balls on the table, except just us and the golem, right? And he's like half melted. Is he still burning, like literally fire burning?
There's some traces of flame around from the fuel inside the being, but most of the flame is gone because he himself is predominantly made of metal. He's not like burning. He's more red hot.
Xantor would assume that hurt him in a way, and he would pull that old bottle of moonshine back out, and from his like upper vantage point, he would definitely try to toss the rest of that moonshine bottle.
All right, let's go ahead and
Nice.
we'll make an attack.
Reignite them flames.
A natty 20.
Wow.
Dirty.
So-
I'm glad you're rolling good today.
Alrighty, so what we'll do here is we're going to do the 4d6 from the moonshine exploding, hitting the remaining flames, and then we're also going to add to that a critical bottle throw, which would just be a d4, but you're going to get 2d4 plus your dex modifier in that damage. So let's do both of those damages. He fails his saving throw for the flame attack.
22 is the baseline. And you said plus my dex modifier?
Right.
Okay.
This is for hitting him with the bottle critically, and then the additional damage from the fire that's exploding outward.
Oh, plus 5. So what do we have? 27 total?
All right.
Nice burn. Moonshine burn damage.
Hell yeah.
The golem reacts with fury. It is on its last leg, struggling and suffering, but it is still attempting to lash out with fury. It has its left arm, or what remains of it, charged, and it looks behind and over its shoulder where the majority of the party is hanging out at the top of this pinball machine, and it is going to blast out with a lightning overload. It's going to make a charged impact attack, and this is going to...
Is that like a reaction kind of thing?
Yeah, you guys are going to need to make a dexterity saving throw to see if you're hit as this massive fist of lightning and coins comes flying at you.
Xantor got a 19.
I also got a 19.
8.
All right, so Elijah fails while the rest of the party succeeds.
I'm gonna die.
And this is going to be quite a bit of damage.
I had 7 hit points.
You're
What?
7?
Yeah.
What's Xantor at?
I got 28 left.
Okay, so let's see how you guys do.
I have 16.
Did you long rest? You were full health?
No,
I
I
took a
had some
little bit of
damage from last episode.
What did you take damage from last episode?
I don't know, but it was marked, so I didn't unmark it.
Right, same here. I feel like we did something stupid.
Maybe
Probably.
something silly on the ride, because you did have a long rest before heading into the city.
Yeah, no, it was
Um,
something from the, while we were...
All right, let's see here. Forgive me for taking a second.
Luckily,
good-
it's recorded.
I'm gonna do digital on these dice for the damage here.
Sometimes it's easier. Here, I'll make a fake dice roll sound.
And this moonshine is literally because of I was listening to recordings, and last time we met Jimmy Jam, it was like, oh yeah, I bought 2 things of moonshine, and it's
Yeah.
like, so I'm fucking putting that to use.
Good work.
All right, so if you succeeded, you're gonna take 6 damage.
Okay.
If you failed, you're gonna take 12 damage.
All right.
Y'all, I'm at 1 hit point.
So that was 8d4 did that. So you guys got pretty lucky on that.
Just gonna chill.
It is now Granny Glenda's turn
Taking a
as the token golem slumps. The charge left its arm. It looks haggard and tired.
I'm gonna take a healing potion.
Good call.
And then
You are falling. You do need to go ahead and roll to see if you are able to. Forgive me, you're rolling down the pinball machine, and before you are able to take your full movement, you need to roll to hit. I think Xantor needed to do that last turn as well, but he got away with it.
21.
All right, so you hit the paddle triumphantly. Granny Glenda shoots forward. Where are you trying to go as Granny Glenda?
I don't want to run into him because I don't want to hurt myself. I'm pretty damaged right now, so I'm gonna go to the right side.
Okie dokie. Let's roll to see if you're able to control that.
Okay.
And because this is a wide shot, it'll be an easier DC than hitting that ramp.
Do I still add my sleight of hand to it?
Yes.
18.
You are able to shoot the ball straight through the middle of the right side of the board, in between the token golem and the right wall of the pinball machine. You have a clear shot on him as you pass by, should you choose to take it.
When in Rome, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna die next turn. Oh no, I dropped my 20. What did I roll?
The suspense.
We're both gonna
Got
die.
a dice on the floor.
Natural 20.
Nice.
All right, so go ahead and roll for damage with a critical hit.
Kill him.
I'm gonna try my best, guys.
And you turn invisible as this critical hit happens.
Nice. Wait, so is the ball invisible too, or am
The ball, everything is now invisible. It is as though
I
you
forgot
disappear.
to ask about that, but I was going to.
Fucking hit and run right there, boy.
And you're dealing triple damage on your criticals. Remember that, as a half-orc.
Oh yeah. No, it's just another D6, I think.
Oh, it's just one more damage dice?
I think so. Maybe it's 2d6, but anyway, so far it's 14 damage plus 16, so it's 16 damage so far.
So far, or is that total?
Oh no, I gotta add 2 more d6, so 16 plus 5, 21, 27 damage.
All right, describe the blow.
Oh sweet.
Oh, there you go. Oh, jeez.
So, still in hamster form, I'm still running on all fours. I kind of, for one go around, take my last shot knowing that if I don't make this shot, I might very well die and never get Parker's ashes back. And so I just kind of stop running and go along with the ball in circles and just start unleashing the clip on this.
So you're going to use the rest of your bullets?
No, I mean, not all of them.
That's what you just said. Well, so are you taking...
Emptying the clip.
Yeah.
Emptying the clip.
Commit to the role play. Don't metagame.
Okay, fine. I'm going to empty
Was it a
them out.
revolver? I mean, you could do like a
It was
six
a
shot.
revolver.
It was a revolver that had, I think, 4 shots left in it, maybe 3.
Yeah, so I empty them out.
We'll
Yeah,
get you some more.
it'll be fine. I don't really use the gun that much, but
So the bullets rip through the being. First, its golem shoulder on the left, then through its chest. Finally, it roars in defiance, and the final bullet goes straight through its head. And as the magical life force that was holding it together wanes, you see it collapse into a pile of coins sliding down. As you each slide down, your connection with Xantor now lost. You can no longer control the machine. The coins no longer disappear. The coins fill where the bumpers were previously, and your balls are now stuck against a pile of coins in the machines. More coins come down. Then the machine itself begins to break. Pieces fly towards your spheres. Just as it seems that they would hit and crush, you reappear back in your bodies, the crowd cheering for Xantor as he has defeated the Pinball Wizard. To your surprise, the Pinball Wizard turns and looks at Xantor, removes his blindfold, earmuffs and masks, smiles, reaches out a hand to shake yours and says, "Good game, bro." And we'll pick up there next time on our next thrilling installment of Wooks and Warlocks.
Sticky balls.
coiny ball.
Round and around in the tunnel when it's dark we go, searching through the rubble for what once was spark like a shout in the night. And the sight of the past, it can fill us with fear all night, though we know the wheel comes back after time. Oh, sweet time. And the soul will rise from the ashes. We will climb as we shout into the night. Let no man mute my battle cry.
Wooks and Warlocks features Anthony Ryan as Xanthor, the Bugfolk Ranger, Jesse Bennett as Granny Glenda, Half Fox Folk Rogue, John Lombardi as Elijah Woodstone, the Elk Folk Wizard, and Trey Miller as Dungeon Master. Intro and outro feature the song Flight of the Phoenix by Tire Fire. Recording and editing are completed in-house by the Wooks and Warlocks team. Recording consultation provided by Adam Horwitz. You can find us online at Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Discord under the name Wooks and Warlocks. Links can be found in the description. If you would like to sponsor an episode of Wooks and Warlocks, please contact us at wooksandwarlocks@gmail.com. Thank you for listening.
Dark clouds brewing a storm deep in the sky. Words spoken in anger, vibrate like a neon sign in the mind's eye, multiplied by time and time again. It's those we love that we lose when we struggle with what's inside. Just hoping for hope, something to ward off the fright. And the soul will rise from the ashes.